Good morning. So today, our irregular date of teachings is Friday. Normally we do this on the Tuesday, but some other things came. We are talking about one of the most skillful method to how to accumulate the merit by this kind of practice is the seven lamp offering in the Buddhism. Because without the accumulation of a merit, we cannot liberate it from the samsara. Why? Because we first of all, we are stuck in the samsara because of the negative karma, or you can say obscurations. Normally we divide it into three kinds of obscurations: obscuration of the karma, obscuration of the liberation, and obscuration of the omniscience. So there's always an obscure, like even sun is there because of the cloud. We couldn't see the shiny, So similar way, even we have a Buddha nature, because of our nature is obscured by those negative obstacles. So we have to purify them. We have to eliminate them. So how we can eliminate those negative obscuration? Say by using antidote. So antidotes normally come opposite of that particular. So for the negative karmas, antidote of the negative karma is the positive karma. So this is when we practicing Buddhism, it's not about to try to make the quality of a Buddha as a producing. We're not producing any quality of the Buddha. Quality of the Buddha is no need to produce, because it's primordially within our nature. But it's not shining because of the obscuration. So we have to remove all the defilements, obscurations. And so it's in the Uddara Tantra, Maitreya express like a sun under the cloud. So we don't need to make the sun as a brighter. Sun is always bright. You don't need to do anything that makes sun is a more shiner. But what we can do is when we remove the outside, around the sun, which is obscuring to us, so when obscure is so thick, even there's no light, like nighttime. Even nighttime, middle of the nighttime, sun is not become dark. But we are in the dark. Why? Because between the sun and us, huge planet is obscure. Similar way, right now, even we have this pure nature of a Buddha is completely obscured by those defilements. So those defilements have to be removed. So how you can remove on those is by opposite antidote. So negative is it can remove by the positive. So this reason I think we need accumulation of merit. More we accumulate the merit, brighter our accumulation of wisdom is come. So that wisdom can see. This is like more we wake, more our eyes see clearly, more clearly. So this reason we have to accumulate the merit to removing the defilement, obscurations. Without that merit, just wishing or just hoping or just feeling something's not going to gain, or just knowing, like we know in the middle of the night, we know there's a sun. Sun is a bright. We know a sun is a really shiny. If there's a sun, it see everything. But where reality is we were in the dark. So same thing is we knew we have a Buddha nature. We are primordially, Buddha. Our nature is a primordially Buddha, but still we are a dark of a delusion, dark of a negative obscuration. So that reason we need to eliminate from those darkness, those defilements, those obscurations. So how we can eliminate those obscuration is by accumulating the merit and accumulating the wisdom. Those two. So this 7 lamp offering is the method to how to accumulate those two accumulations.
Khenpo, can you say that we are night and we are dark because there is what is obscure? I cannot catch that one.
Like we in the middle of the night, there's no sunshine whatsoever. Why? Because we are obscured by the planet, really thick planet between the sun and us. Similar way, we are in the samsara, completely darkness of a delusion. So our darkness of delusion is caused by those obscurations, not the nature. Nature itself is pure. So this 7 lamp offering is usually is come in the sutra text, like King of the Noble Prayer, and even the Vajrayana sometimes have, but most of time, even in the Vajrayana practice, most of time they practice Asa Sutra traditions, So those are mainly based on the sutras texts. But in the Jigungkaji tradition, we have this called the Serkhangma, which is the, based on the name title is come from the, the place where Lord Jidde Sumgun wrote this text. So that way Serkhangma Golden Temple. In this is called the Vajrayana traditions. It's different. It's like from the beginning to feel. In the Sudra tradition, you visualizing feel of accumulation as a Buddha, Bodhisattva, or Pure Land or something, particular. Even the lots of Vajrayana texts still is you just particular deity, one particular deity visualizing. But truly in the Vajrayana system, Vajrayana tradition is a Guru is the embodiment of the everything. All the deity is a part of the Guru. All the enlightened mandala is a part of the Guru. Even the deity itself, we normally divide it into the 5 families. They are a little bit different. Like based on the what called. I mean, in the Vajrayana, even that we divide it into the 5 families, but all the embodiment of those 5 families called the 6th family of the Vajradhara. So Vajradhara is the embodiment of the all family. That is the Guru. So so Guru is the embodiment of the 3 jewels and 3 roots, and all the appearance of the mandala is inseparable of the Guru. So that way here we are using Guru as a field of accumulations. So what is the Guru? So we try to see Guru as a Dharmakaya. That is the ultimate body of the Guru is the Dharmakaya. When we have a devotion, we have to devotion Guru as a Dharmakaya. So you need to see Guru's true body is the Dharmakaya. But Dharmakaya is not accessible for us like sentient beings. Even the Bodhisattva cannot see the Dharmakaya directly. So because of the compassion of the Dharmakaya and aspiration prayer of when they were in the Bodhisattva's path, so those reasons they manifest as it's called the illusion body. Sometimes you see it's called the pure illusions body. It means the pure illusion body as a appearance of the Buddha's body with the empty by nature. So that is called the Dharmakaya or Sambhogakaya. Sambhogakaya or Nirmanakaya. Some also called the form body. But that form body have to see as an illusion body, not the solid like us. So that way, in the when we see the Guru as a Rupakaya, gazing Guru as a Rupakaya, it said within the Guru's body appearance all the pure land. And you see those pure land, the pure land not becoming smaller, and Guru's body is not becoming bigger. So that is this possible because of the illusion nature. If that is not illusion nature, cannot see that way. So feel of accumulation is the Guru here. And this is a Vajrayana's really special practice. Even we use as a fuel as a accumulation is a Guru. That one is we already done. Now there's a particular practice is called the 7 limb. From the 7 limb, first one is called the prostration or pay homage. Prostration generally is a finish, and particularly in a specifically as a prostration to the body and prostration to the speech is already done, I think last week. Now today we're going to talk about the prostration or pay homage to the Guru's mind. So it's page 3 if you have the PDF text. I think page 3 maybe I'm wrong because I have a different one. Mine is a white one, so I don't know it's same or not. But it's said a verse is said in the medulla of the immutable mind beyond the thought. You never move from the equanimity state of the Dhammadhatu. Yet you hold the wisdom power of knowing the 3 times, opposite to the spontaneously establishing one non-duality. Okay, so now the meaning of this word said in the mandala of the immutable mind. Immutable, in mandala of the immutable, it's mean the nature of a mind is immutable or never changing from the ground, path, and result. Ground means that when we are a state of the sentient beings, when just 6 realms sentient being, state of the mind is called the ground. Path is a Dharma practitioner who are on the path, on the 5 path, through the path of the accumulation to path of the meditation. Also Bodhisattva on the bhumis, 8 first to 10 bhumis. Then resolve means that then when they achieve the Buddhahood. So ground, path, resolve. No matter what change comes, our state of the mind, but the nature of a mind itself is never changed. So that way it's called is mandala of the immutable, mean that never changing. I think it's never changing. Mind beyond thought. So that mind is a never change that nature. So beyond the thought is a cannot be understood by hearing, contemplate, or what called logic mind-made meditation. Like we have lots of meditation, with a conceptual thought meditation. So that kind of a meditation. So that way, hearing, contemplate, meditation cannot understand of that true meaning of the true nature of the mind. So that way it said beyond the thought. So ultimate nature is not object to understand the conceptual mind. If conceptual mind can understand the ultimate nature, then we don't need to practice the Dharma. We don't need to, meditate. So our conceptual thought, if we understand, then it become non-dual, not become a non-duality. So that way, normally we divide into two, mind and wisdom, or sometimes it's said alaya consciousness and alaya wisdom. So those are between, one is with a conceptual, one is free from conceptual. So this one, that state, that this nature of the mind, which is the immutable and then pure and never changing, is Dhamma Dhatu. It means that talking about the Dhamma Dhatu is beyond the concept, mind. Conception mind cannot understand that this nature. You'd never move from the equanimity state of the Dhamma Dhatu. So yeah, that means that the guru's mind is always be in that state of the equanimity. Equanimity is like a non-abiding. So state of the Dhamma Dhatu is called the alaya wisdom. So never be moved. Even they manifest as a different kind of body, giving teachings or anything they do, like a Rubakaya, for example, our guru manifests as a form body. Even they have a manifest as a form body, they talk in different subject, they do different things. They, we can see, but their state of the mind is always be in that state, never be changed. So it said, never move from the equanimity state of the Dhamma Dhatu. Yet you hold the wisdom power of knowing the 3 times. Even you not move your mind from that concept, but still you know that clearly everything. What happened in the what happened now, what happened in the past, what will happen in the future. So all knowingness. So there's normally we have two kind of knowledge. Yeah, two kind of knowing. Knowing of the as things are, and knowing as things in their existence. So it means that knowing as things their existence means that see the true nature of a state, of true nature of the Dhamma Dhatu. But knowing as things as they are mean that whatever there's a different color, like only Buddha knows why peacock have that many colors. All the complete cause and condition only Buddha knows. So other than that, even Bodhisattva is have a difficulty to understand, difficulty to have knowledge of this kind of knowing. So that is it. This is the power of the enlightened being's mind. They can stay in the state of the meditation of the Dhamma Dhatu, what called the equanimity state. It means the non-abiding state. Same time, they know all the detail, everything, samsara, nirvana. That is what is meant as wisdom power, knowing 3 times. Opposed to the spontaneous establishing non-duality. That's the mind, state of the mind is with a non-duality. So this is the last one, said opposed to the spontaneous establishing non-duality. This non-duality as a like a Pamotuba said, when you have a non-duality, that is the Mahamudra. And this is clarified by Jidisumgun. So Jidisumgun said, when we talk about the non-duality, it's not talking about the two duality is become a one. You know, if duality is become a one, then it's become a three conceptuals, two duality and a mind which make it those two are one. So that way, it's not talking about those two duality are becoming one. It's a duality, non-duality mean that there's both of them. Those are dualistic as are not exist. So that is what is mean the non-duality. Jitsu said. So it's a non-duality. It's not talking about something is a two become a one. It's not. If two become a one, make it one, then it's measure of the one, and including measure of the one, it becomes three actually, increasing the number. So it's both of them, existent or non-existent. Both of them are not real. They are diluted mind. So that way, as a non-duality mean that both are not exist. That is what is the non-duality mean. Okay, now the third one is a pay homage to the quality of the guru. She said, even if expressed during all ocean of Kalpas, by all the Victoria one without the exception, the quality of your body, speech, mind would not be completed. Opposed to you who possessing the limitless qualities. So this is first was even expressing during all ocean of Kalpas. So
You finish, Khenpo?
no. So I'm thinking. So even the ocean of Kalpa is talking about linked up. This ocean is not necessarily talking about the water in here, and it is talking about a kind of a long time. So many times. So that is this is even the eons, eons try to express the guru's qualities. There's no enough time because there never be end the quality. Eon have limitation, but quality have no limitation. So that way, it's even the eons talk about the guru's quality, but still cannot finish. So this ocean is not necessarily physical ocean, I think. So even express that during the all ocean of Kalpas, by all Victoria ones without the exceptions. So it's not by one person's. It's every Buddha, every existent Buddha try to expressing, like when we have a big collection of texts. So each person hold the one volume and try to read everything, so like that. All Buddha gathered together, everyone is expressing different way the guru's qualities. Still, even they talk about the quality as each individually eons, but still cannot finish. That kind of vast qualities talking about without the exceptions. Quality, what kind of qualities talking about? Quality of the body, quality of the speech, and the quality of the mind. So what is the quality of the body? This is like a measure and manner marks. So each, if try to expressing all the guru's body's measure and manner marks detailedly, there's no limitation. There's no time to complete can talk about that. So things like that. and also quality of the speech. Quality of the speech is we normally use as a 60 branch of the initiation of the Buddha's speech, you know. So that kind of 60 branch. So this 60 branch is normally divided into two, called the 6 root quality and 10 branch of each. So that way it becomes 60. The main quality are 6. Each one have a 10 different quality. That way it's become 60. So like a Burma, like a sweet sounds, like symbol, like a song or dance. So it's just like something that is meaningful, something is really sweet, something is no matter how long you listen, never be bored. You know, our speech, when we try to talk, after the few minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes, maybe half an hour, we bore each other because we don't have that quality. So in Latin, Guru's speech, is no matter how many times you talk, never get bored. No matter how many times you listen, always be pleasant. No matter how many time you listen, always be meaningful. You know, so that kind of qualities, and never make you discomfort, never waste your time, never make you unpleasant. That is speech qualities. Then mind is with the omniscience of knowing, like 4 fearlessness, you know, 10 power, 18 what called that. So I don't have that English 18 one, but in the name in the English, of course, detail is a little bit difficult for in the English. So maybe have time, then we can go to on those some other time, or you know, we can look on that in the English, but I don't have that English in, so that way I cannot read. But the point is those are those qualities, you know, no matter how much you can tell, and they're not finished. Our quality, when we try to say, oh, that person is a wonderful, and somebody asks how wonderful, and you say, oh, this one, that one, few times, few things mentioned and finish. The quality isn't finished. But in Latin beings, like gurus, wisdom quality, I mean, in Latin, wisdom, our guru's quality, it will try to express, no matter how much you express, that is I mean, never be finished. So that kind of, so that way pay homage to the quality of the guru. So Lord Jiddu said, why Vajrayana have to be, you know, secret, called the secret vehicles? Because like you know, people who understand the partial of emptiness, like a selflessness with self, or you know, dualistic emptiness, or you know, conceptual of a dualistic truth. That kind of being cannot understand the ultimate, also cannot understand the Vajrayana. What is the body, what is the speech, and what is the mind mean, the gurus, you know, in the Vajrayana. So in the Vajrayana, it's called the Vajra body, Vajra speech, Vajra mind. So what is the Vajra body mean? Non-duality of appearance and emptiness is the Vajra body. And non-duality of sound and emptiness is the you know, Vajra speech, and non-duality of the thought and emptiness is the Vajra mind. So until you have this non-duality wisdom, you cannot understand the truly meaning of the Vajrayana. So that reason in the Vajrayana, when you were describing other enlightened qualities, you have to always say, you have to see that this Vajra body, Vajra speech, and a Vajra mind. Fifth is pay homage to the activities. Said, until the ocean of samsara is exhausted, you will perform the supreme activity that raping all sentient beings. Opposed to you, the Lama, who is a meaningful, effortlessly erasing, unceasing supreme refuge. So, in Latin activities, the Guru's in Latin activity is never be finished, never be end until the samsara is end. So continually, without the stopping, continually manifests. So one of the Nirmanakaya Buddha is called the permanent. It's because their manifestation is never end. Always be their manifestation. All different way, wherever is a benefit for the other beings, they manifest that way. So that manifestation is never ending, that reason until the ocean of samsara is exhausted. So when it will end, the manifestation of the enlightened activity is when samsara is completely empty. Because they make the commitment. They make the commitment of the want to liberate every sentient beings without any exception from the depth of samsara. So until the samsara's end, they will never stop this beneficial manifestation or try to benefit sentient beings. In Tibetan, we said, two things you cannot do together: playing flute and eating zamba. So you have to stop one of those. Do one by one. So, okay, never mind. So you perform the supreme activity, raping all sentient beings. So how they perform the supreme activities? Like when they liberating sentient being in the lower realm, first they bring to the higher realms. Okay, they give some, because their capacity to, to do something good is only they can make that is great, maybe best part they can do is maybe they can reborn in the higher realm. They cannot have a capacity to liberate themselves from the lower realm. So the guru first perform the activity with those low beings like hell realm, hungry ghosts, and animals, make sure them to next life they reborn in the human realm or God realm, wherever they can practice the Dharma. So lower being and transform to the higher realm, and higher beings like human, show the path. Like path of the accumulation, path of the application, path of the seeing, path of the meditation, path of the, and until reach to the Buddhahood. So that is what is mean that is you perform the supreme activity. That, I mean, guru is the guiding. Some people may think, oh, enlightened activity means the liberate sentient beings, This is true, liberate sentient beings. How they liberate sentient beings, lots of people have this conception, once we trust them, they will do everything for us. So that way it is good enough to recite the mantra, good enough to chant the prayer, good enough to, count those numbers. So, I don't know that's good enough or not, but they can show us the path. We have to follow to that path. Yes, When you recite the mantra, you can liberate it, but with the technique, with the meaningful, with the meditation. We have to involve all our body, speech, mind together with the recitation mantra. Then, yes, can liberate it. Because like when we recite in the mantra, for example, you have to involve to the both union of the speech, called the Vajra speech. So both mean the emptiness and mantra itself. We have to speechly have to recite that mantra of the sound, have to make the sound. Same time, a mind have to be realizing the emptiness. Support with the emptiness. Then yes, but just counting number of the mantra, how much you said, I don't think so. If that is possible, your cell phone will become a Buddha before you. Because you can play with a cell phone or your computer 24 hours without a stop. We cannot do that. We have to sleep, we have to eat, we have to go to bathroom, we have to rest a little bit, we have to drink tea. So we cannot do that. So that way, if we involve to this called the Vajra speech. Same thing as when we meditate on the deity, have to be a Vajra body, union of the emptiness and appearance. So in this case, then yes, by that. So that is how we can learn we can do that one is by guiding of the guru. If we guide by the guru, we will do without the mistakenly. So that is what is a supreme activity mean. The enlightened activity is to show the path to the sentient beings. Lower realm is reborn in the higher realm, and higher realm beings liberated them from the samsara through the five path or apostate to your lama, who is the manifold. Effortlessly arising. So they don't need to put too much effort, because it's there. I think can say like habit. It becomes like a part of them. For us, when we try to do something we're not familiar, we have to put too much effort. Once you become really familiar with that, then you don't need to put too much effort. So it comes naturally. So effortlessly mean that without the kind of like a trying too hard, they naturally they react that. For us, need lots of remind to do some things, but for them, don't need enlightened being. They don't need that kind of remind. So naturally, it comes arising, unceasing supreme refuge. Why is it unceasing? Because their enlightened activity, as earlier I mentioned, they never stop, continually until the samsara is end. So that way it's unceasing. It's not saying it's a lama not going to die, not going to change the body or anything. It could happen. They will die, as long as they're born, but their enlightened activity will never cease. So this is the end of the pay homage or prostration. But prostration is I mean, there's a lots of different way to body prostration, speech, mind. Also, what is the meaning of the truly meaning of the prostrations? What is mean there? So there's a lots of different meaning. I think we try to cover a lot of them. But here, physical prostration. Physical prostration, especially when we do the prostrations. One thing is how to do the hand, mudra of the joint hand. Is in between the Buddhism and non-Buddhism, In the non-Buddhism, when they join hand, pretty much flat like this. All the palm just touch. That's called the non-Buddhism. And Tridik join hand tradition. And the Buddhism put the thumb inside, make like a hollow kind of thumb jewel, like you see the Genesi at the heart, jewel inside. Similarly, I'll put the thumb inside. And when do this postration, we normally do two kind of postration called the short postration and long postration. Long postration lay whole body lay down. Before that, you place your hand, this mudra place. Lots of time people do at the crown, forehead, throat, and heart. Sometimes they say is a doing the crown is a like a prayer to reborn in the Pure Land. But actually, really prostration, you don't need to do crown as always, but you have to do the three places: at the forehead, at the throat, at the heart. This is significant to showing us you're not doing prostration just only your body. You're doing prostration with all three doors: body, speech, mind. Body as on the forehead here, speech as a throat, and mind as a heart. So I think speech and mind can understand why is it the speech as a throat and mind as at the heart. So I think pretty much we can understand. But why body as a pointing on here in the forehead? Because the essence of the body is there's so-called the white bindu in our body. There's a really essence of the body, that one. So that is located on the forehead here. We call the third eye there. So that reason when we said a body, we point to the touch to the forehead, speech touch to the throat, mind touch to the heart. Then you have to be touch all the two knees, two palms, and forehead to the ground. This is short prostration. All the point of the body touch to the ground. Or that's a short prostration, and long prostration is a completely lay down whole body. But then when you do stand up, you stand up straight, then do again. So this is a like a we do, some people do like 100,000 prostration, some people do more than that. Some do like 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 prostrations. There's a many benefit from this. In this life, within this life, in this life, one is a many sickness, special organ sickness. A lot of sickness is cured by these prostrations. Like some people have a lung problem. Lung problem called the TB, they cure by completely doing prostrations. I heard from someone, my friend, he had the third stage of the TB, and he did 100,000 prostration in the Bodh Gaya. At the beginning, his even the blood coming out, but slowly he did continually without giving up. So then when he finished 100,000 prostration, his TB is gone. So like that, so many diseases, sickness can cure by, especially inner organ sickness, can cure by doing prostrations. One is that lots of sickness without taking medication can be cured. Two is people who want to practice the Tsalung. I think I heard that Tsalung is really popular, so many areas. People love that one. If you really want to the practice of the Tsalung, preliminary practice of the Tsalung is a prostration. I think that makes sense. When you do the prostration, all your body and what called numb, nerve, everything is stretched. Then all the channels become clear. Then you can do those meditations. So that is the same thing as a Hindu, they teach yoga. In the Buddhism, we have that yoga too. So purpose of a yoga is the same as a doing prostration. Not just only becoming healthy, also inner, spiritual health become really healthy by doing that one. So also, if you want to practice the Tsulung, preliminary practice of the Tsulung is the prostration. Then there's a Guntang, I think, Guntang Rinpoche, normally Tibetan we call the Guntang Rinpoche. He mentioned there's a 10 different kind of a benefit can gain from the prostration. This is mostly is talking about that maybe this life too, but then also next life. Like for example, said you gain the beautiful look. You gain the auspicious radiance, and also you have a good speech, and you don't have a fear of going in the. Lots of people nervous in the public. You don't have that kind of nervousness. And all the God, human and everyone who see you, you make them pleasant, it make them so happy. So some people may think, oh, have to be good looking. I don't think so. It's have to be good looking. Some people really, even they are not really good looking, everybody want to see that person somehow. So there's so things like that. There's a 10 different kind of a benefit can get from doing prostration. So there are lots of different prostration benefit can get, but point is this prostration really, health wise, it make it really healthy to you physically, and the spiritual path also make it really profound, that you can practice the profound those practice like high yoga, those can do called the supreme method. So I think there are many different kind of benefit can gain by doing these prostrations. So this word, Tibetan chak, cell. Chak means the kind of like a, when we have a dust in the house, we have to sweep them. So cham cha, cha is an action, removing all the defilement. Cell is a word that means that something gain, something give, something, received. So this practice, this prostration or pay homage, in the English we use, when chak means the purifying all the defilement, obscurations, negative karma. Cell is in gain the knowledge, wisdom, and so like 3 trainings: training of the morality, training of the samadhi, training of the wisdom. So the quality of those 3 trainings as a gain to you when you remove all the obstacles. So meaning is also literally chak as a sweep or remove, clean, and cell as a gain or receive something, And as I earlier mentioned, in the I think some Asian maybe do this one too, Buddhism, but in the lots of description in the Buddhism this is like we symbol like with like Avalokiteshvara. So actually this mantra itself have both wisdom and compassion or method. So when hand is empty, hollow like this, it's symbolic as an emptiness. And inside the thumb as a sign of a jewel as a method or compassion. So even just doing this simple mudra of a hand gesture itself can have both wisdom and a method. Also in the Vajrayana is a word of the chak, as in the Mahamudra, same word, chakya chenpo, as I say chak tel. Chak is a word is the same. In the Mahamudra, in the Chakrasambhara Tantra, it said cha ne tongbe ren las. So chak means the emptiness, empty nature. And ya means the seal. Seal means the nothing is beyond that nature. There are no any phenomena is beyond the empty nature. So that's also ultimate cha, mean the realization of the true nature of your mind as a ultimate cha. So I think there's many different meanings can describe, but I mean, I don't know. So why other tradition as a Buddhism, they do paint like this, but in the Tibetan, we're describing this is a non-Buddhism's this is a non-Buddhism's hand gesture of the pay homage, and this is a Buddhist hand gesture like this. So that's we describe that way. I'm not saying it's we right and the other wrong, that's I'm just sharing how we okay. Now second one is the offering. So once we do the prostration or pay homage, then second or in this text has become a third subjects, because the first one is gazing to the Lama or field of accumulation, and then in that is the first, then prostration or pay homage is become a second, then offering is become a third. Normally in the seven lamb, as this is the second. So in the offering set, generally, ocean of the emanate, the offering to you, delight the victorious one, the ripening all sentient being, having completely filled with the Dhamma Dhatu. I make this unsurpassed offering unceasingly. So ocean of the emanated offerings. So it means that ocean is like a vast, huge, like measureless. Like it's talking about more than so more than just some part. So the delight the victorious one, it means that everything is a delight the victorious one. So this one is we have to think nicely, carefully. What is the delight and victorious one? Is it I think if we're offering something through the negative way to accumulate, the victorious one, Buddha, never be delight. As in the if you make offering to the Buddha and Bodhisattva, that material is accumulate through the harming other sentient being. It's a similar like kill the child and try to serve to the mother. So because Buddha's kindness to the sentient being is like how more than how mother love to the child. So if you accumulate anything is a negative way, then from that, whatever your negative way to accumulate an offering to the Buddha, it never become delightful. So so that way it's called, in the Buddhism, we call the wrong livelihood. Whatever collect the donation or whatever is, if it come from the negative way, like a drug dealer, murderer, thief, and anyone who harm other beings, and by that harm created this material, accumulate this material and try to bring offering, is it called a is impure offering, impure material. So that impure material you cannot offer to the Buddha and Bodhisattva, because they can see clearly where it come from. Then it's not becoming delightful. If you accumulate whatever you have, ethically, religiously, and you offering with pure-heartedly, doesn't matter amount. Because also, even the material as it come from the pure way, if your mind is not pure, like if you're doing this is for the show up, if you're doing this is for the kind of like competition, if you're doing this is for fame, or you're doing this is for the something worldly concerned, like a worldly concern, then I think it's becoming impure. With that, it can be caused, it cannot make all the Victoria one as a delightful. So you should read in the jewel ornament, in the generosity. And those are same. In the generosities, there's a said pure material and impure material. You will see that what is the pure material, what is impure material. So because the physically material, it doesn't matter, amount is not big deal. Whatever we can arrange, it is that become as long as we do with our pure hearted, it become a great. Even just rejoice alone can become a great. Even you cannot arrange anything from the physically. Just rejoice when some other people arranging that one. But I think this is, if it is accumulate, or that offering is related to the something is a negative, then I don't think so. In Tibet, there's one guy. He's always a really selfish and a bad. Always thinking himself, but one day he built one really nice prayer wheel, the water prayer wheel, water spinning. So people nickname that prayer wheel called the black prayer wheel. Prayer wheel. Black means the negative. In the Tibetan, when said black is not talking about the skin color, talking about the negative. So some kind of like a negative way to create it, that one, by deceiving other, by cheating on other, and from that to then try to make, also the person who have no good heart, even do that person do something good, people still not really rejoice with that. So that way here, I think when we're saying is a Victoria one is a delight the Victoria one is a, we have to think about that, what really can make the delight of Buddha and Bodhisattva. Because for them, you cannot pretend, you cannot, fake. They can see detail. Like when you offer one apple, they can see where the apple is come from, how you got the money to buy the apple. All the detail, every related to that offering, they can see detail. So that way, not just offering itself cannot make that delightful. Even you're offering to the like a greatest arranged offering, if it's related to the, if it's have to do something with a negative way, then it become really undelightful for the enlightened beings. So This one we have to think, you know. And there's a ripening all sentient beings because of that power of offering merit. It's not just only benefit for yourself, the merit is from that merit. It's every sentient being ripening, liberated from the samsara. So that is it, because we are supposed to be Mahayana practitioner. So think something like that. And they said, having completely filled with the Dharma Dhatu. This in here, Dharma Dhatu is talking about the space. So you see this one. Offering, normally we divide it into two. Physically arrange and mentally visualize. So physically arrange is that earlier I mentioned, whatever material, doesn't matter, is to say, you know, good quality or not good quality, as long as it's ethically, righteously accumulate, it become a great offering, you know, based on that. And it would also with the pure hearted. You know, if we don't do with the pure hearted, then still, even as you arrange all the expensive, you know, like all the organic fruit, you know, buy a lot of organic fruit and really expensive one, but still is not, cannot become a great. So that one. Then second is called the mentally visualizing. So when you mentally visualizing, is it yourself, in this is a Vajrayana tradition. So yourself transform to your principal deity. In a lineage wise, Chakra Sambhavara, Vajravarahi is the lineage deity. Or if you're practicing Tara, Chenresi, whatever daily you're practicing, just visualizing that deity yourself. From your heart, you know, seed syllable, radiate the wisdom light to the 10 directions. And each top of the light, the offering goddess. From the offering goddess, each heart radiate light the 10 directions. So that is a multiple until completely space is filled with the offering. You know, each goddess heart manifests as an offering object, all variety of offering objects. So that is a completely filled. So that way here said completely filled with the Dhamma Dhatu, mean the space is completely filled. Or sometime in the prayer come to the offering like a you know, cloud of Samadhabhadra. Yeah, I think it said cloud of Samadhabhadra. So this is a metaphor. Like when you look from here, when you look the cloud, cloudy day, look like the space is completely filled with a cloud. I'm not talking about the watching from the airplane. From the airplane, only clouds are only down there a little bit. But when we look from here, when the cloudy days, look like the space is completely filled with cloud. Like that, completely fill whole the space with the offering object, mentally visualizing. So there's no limitation. So that is what it means that having completely filled with the Dhamma Dhatu. Mean that here, Chögying, as also sometimes is a Dhamma Dhatu as a nature, but here is not that talking about the nature. Here is talking about the space itself. Space named as a Dhamma Dhatu. And having completely filled with the Dhamma Dhatu, I make this unsurpassed offering unceasingly. So without the, you know, stop, continually offering. So this is that you know, mentally visualizing like a Bodhisattva, Samantabhadras offering, you know, that kind of a offering is called the unsurpassed offering. I think that here unsurpassed offering is it that what we visualizing. So here, you know, how do we can do is say, you know, you yourself transform to the your principal deity, from your principal deity to then manifest completely filled with all the space with the water, flower, incense, candle, perfume, food, music, and all the visible offerings. Those are based on the ancient, custom. But now there are some more things, you can offering whatever there's good, greatness, all the good quality are what make us our life comfortable, easy, all those material you can put a part of the offering too. Like we have 37 mandala offering, that mandala offering is it's called the outer, inner, secret, and ultimate. It's outer as a we offering to the universe, inner as our organs, secret as a union of the bliss and emptiness, and ultimate as a meditation on the Mahamudra. So pretty much everything what we do is becoming also part of the offering. So with that, we should try to offering the whatever we can, including the rejoicing, I think. Okay, that is the generally. Now as a specifically, it's called the outer offering, inner offering, secret offering, and I think ultimate offerings. There's many different offerings. So before that, I think maybe this is a little bit becoming too much. So if you have any question, we can ask here, ask question, and then offering, so we can go to the next week.
Thầy hỏi là liệu ai có câu hỏi gì không, bởi vì nếu như mà chúng ta tiếp tục nữa thì sẽ là quá nhiều, thì bây giờ nếu như chúng ta có câu hỏi thì chúng ta có thể đặt câu hỏi và thầy trả lời ạ.
Khenpo.
Yes.
I have a question about the text in general. It is very beautiful. And I think when I am looking through the voice of this text, I am looking at, first of all, I'm looking at Pagmodrupa in the dedication of this text to his teacher from Lord Jigten Sungong. And then beyond that, at all teachers, as they extend into infinite space. Is this a good perception, that it has a temporal beginning and then an infinite application?
I think text itself, physically text itself, is a good way to see Jigten Sungong, through Jigten Sungong to Pamodrupa, so Gambopa to Milarepa, because when we teachings Dharma, it's not your conceptual. Like Jigten Sungong, he's not just saying what he feel, how he think, he's bringing all those words from his guru. His guru received from his guru. So that way, that is called the lineage instruction. Yes. Okay, lineage wisdom come from. So that one. But for our perception, then we have to do from our own guru to until to the Buddha Vajradhara. Then we're offering to all the gurus. So maybe not necessary for us to think as a Pamodrupa, as an offering object. So I think, I don't know, that's your answer or not. So this is for when we're actually practicing, then if we do from our guru, prostration to the guru, offering to the guru, that means you're doing every single lineage, including to the until to the Vajradhara, whole lineage. If you do direct only Vajradhara, then you do only prostration to the one guru, Vajradhara guru. Or you do offering to the one guru, Vajradhara guru, So this is that reason you have to visualize it, you have to do is offering to your own guru, from your own guru to then go on forward. But of course, physically this text is wrote by Jigten Sungong. So you have to see through the Jigten Sungong's work through Pamodrupa's, wisdom. Through the Pamodrupa's work through Gambopa's wisdom. That is, I have to come that way.
I appreciate that. It seems as if the beauty of his perception, looking at Pagmodrupa, is to give us an example of how to see one's guru in an infinite way, so that the appreciation goes beyond the guru to all possible sources of wisdom.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you. Wow, no question. That means that two things. No question is two things. No doubt or completely doubt. So I hope it's no doubt. So okay, so even with time is not finished, but maybe we stop here because if it becomes too much, then it's a little bit hard to. So just try to refresh on those what we went through, and we can stop here today if no question.
May I quickly attain the state Guru Guru and lead every living being without exception into the pure world. May the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not arisen rise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish but increase more and more.
Thank you. Joy Sem Joy Rinpoche Ma Je Banai Je Joy Je Bai Nyam Bai Mem Bai Gone Gondo Pe Wai Joy Dada Gonde Tam Je Du Sondo Sabada Yebe Jeve Zawade Tata Sije Danje Nyundo Lana Memba Yanda Ba Zobe Janju Rinpoche Toba Joje Cheja Gonse Kunje Juje Dende Nela Wanda Kumba Renje Beje Temba Sidep Shedru Tuzan Gomben Zinjuji